Were
I guess
any
I'm
of
lying.
the things that you guys like Spicoli, was there anybody that was a real harbinger for you? Like, did anything send a message to you at that time?
Nope.
Or did you just kind of keep like, this is me, that's you, sucks to be you, Spicoli, but I'm I'm me and
Yeah,
this won't happen to me.
yeah, kind of. I didn't realize how self-destructive I was until, years later, which is kind of odd thinking the dose I was taking, that how could you not realize you were self-destructive? But, we kind of blocked those things out.
Kev, what about you? When you were on the road and you guys were partying and kind of like the clique's height, were any of these other stories of these other guys,
Oh
were
yeah.
they sending warning signals like,
No,
fuck,
there was. I knew. I mean, because Scotty and I were very close, like early in our careers, and then even when he came in, we came into WCW together, the second time. Um, we always were because we were friends
Right.
and we broke in together. And a lot of people, like I was talking to, we were texting the other day, and there was a time where I think you were in the office in WWE at the time, and we were in the garden, and Scott kicked me, and it ended up breaking my neck, but he kicked me, and I got a brachial plexus where my fucking arm shut down,
Scott
and
Hall, you mean, not Scott
yeah,
Levy? Yeah.
no, no, but Scott Levy took care of me.
Yeah, which is ironic that you guys ended up becoming best friends
Yeah, well, he was my
because you were
best.
ready to you were ready to kill him that weekend.
Well, because he started it by booting me the night before in Montreal. It
Right. Didn't
did
he do it 2 nights in a row,
two
right?
nights in a row. I mean, fuck, man. It was like, but like the one thing you knew about Scott was if you gave him if you're gonna get hit by a belt or a chair and you were his fucking boy, that shit was fucking coming. There was no halt in it. I mean, he fucking knocked me unconscious in Worcester with a belt. I mean, anytime he fucking hit you with something, if you were his boy, man, it was like, fuck it.
Scotty, give me a percentage, 50-50, and then change it. What percentage of your health struggles would you attribute to the wear and tear in the ring that we're talking about, the physical abuse of the style you worked, and so many of you worked like in ECW, versus the abuse you did to yourself chemically over time?
Um. Well, right now I'm in pretty good shape. I just got a sleep disorder that sucks, and I got early onset Parkinson's, so I got a tremor. But luckily that hasn't progressed very far over 10 years, so I'm still pretty good with that. But I announced it publicly only because no, like when I had a heart attack, I never told anybody. I just kept, except my family and friends. You know what I mean?
You
I
told
didn't pay.
me, and I didn't tell anyone because we were doing a show together, and I was so surprised. I didn't want to harp on it with you. I was just glad that you were okay and you could show up for the shoots. But I was shocked at your age. But I shouldn't be, right?
Yeah, no, I mean that was what I did, and I
That
ate unhealthy for years.
I mean, you look at that era of guys. Cardiac arrest killed probably 65 to 70% of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
everybody was taking fucking somas and taking opioids, and I mean, lo and behold, somebody finally fucking sat in the car and looked at the other guy and he goes, "You do know that the heart's a muscle, right? Like
Taking those
if you're
muscle
getting to the yeah, if you're
relaxers.
getting to the
Yeah.
point where you can't even walk, yeah, there's a pretty good chance probably you're going to be
well,
in some kind.
the steroids didn't help either.
No, no. Yeah, this one thing I'll say is, like I broke in and I was gassed to the fucking gills, and then that Kip Fry came in and he gave a 10% fucking like bonus if you passed the drug test. So fuck, man, I was making back then. I was making 156. So I said, to get 15 grand to be clean, I'm not getting used anyway. And I was Vinny Vegas with a fucking Hawaiian shirt on. I went clean and I stayed clean and I didn't go back on. I never took steroids again until I tore my quad. I was 42. And that was the next time that I took any gas because I was always
Yeah, but
around.
you're 6'10", 300 pounds. I was,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
a $150 when I started. When I started lifting, I was a $120. And
yeah.
I had 17-inch arms and 11-inch thighs, and all I wanted to do was be big and built. So I took, working out will only get you so far. You get like
Well, that, but
30.
you also you made your first your gimmick was Scotty the Body.
Well, that was just as a heel. I figured people would boo me and say, you don't have that great a body.
Yeah,
But
but
now,
it was, but it was still good. Like if you look back at an 8x10, you
I
know,
photographed well.
okay.
Yeah, people go, "Oh, I used to be so built when you were Scotty the Body." I'm like, "No, I wasn't." But people just misremembered now. I'm like, "Oh, I'll take
But
it."
it's like the big sexy thing. When you use the moniker, you become it.
Yeah,
If you're the body, you're the body. If you're sexy, you're sexy. It's not that you're sexy or that you have a body. It's just that fucking we basically brainwashed them to fucking think that.
yeah.
Well, man,
Can I cut in for a second?
this is your show tonight, so you can do
What's with
anything you want.
the red Sally Jesse Raphael glasses?
I don't know. I could go. The ladies in the room, we have a live audience. The ladies in the room liked it better than these. But we
Dude,
could do it makes me too erudite, I
he's
suppose.
he's a quirky fuck.
So, but right, because Scotty isn't. Um, but I wanted to mention something. You talked about your health issues, but I know you were diabetic, right? We've
Type
talked
2
about that.
diabetic, yeah.
Right. And one time when you came in for me, we were shooting a guest booker and we'd eaten dinner and then we were on camera. Then you were feigning, dizziness because you said you were starving. You just had a goddamn prime rib, but you were just being your Scotty self. But afterwards you said, can anyone drive me to a Wawa real quick? So I had someone from the crew drive you and you were flying out the next morning. It was probably midnight. We're breaking down the set. We're done. We're walking out, and you're coming back with Brian or Craig or somebody. And you had two like shopping bags. You had 4 boxes of cereal. And we talked about this for years.
I don't recall this.
Yeah, well, you came with exclusively cereal. 4 boxes, and you were
Why would I
leaving
get cereal at Wawa?
wherever the fuck they took you, 7-Eleven. I'm telling you, you came back with so much cereal. I tried to get an answer from people who knew you, and I asked Sam, and he's like, "Who doesn't love cereal? That's Scotty." But so, what was that? Were you just consuming sugar all the time?
No, no, I don't. I don't eat a lot of sugar. When I do eat sugar, I have to match it with fat so that the blood sugar doesn't go up too high.
But back then, though, I'm talking about like 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really have no. I still. You bring this up every time I see you, and yet I don't recall it.
Have I asked you about that before?
Everybody knows how well cereal fucking travels.
Yeah.
Like you always go through TSA with a fucking bowl of cereal. So like, I mean,
It